Oh, we lost Wyatt.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Welcome to the Covert. I am Calibus Rand, and with me is the historian of the Priory, Cy. We seem to have lost Dakar. I don't know exactly. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is.
Technical difficulties on my end. Sorry.
Get them
More like
Ewoks out of there, sir. We're talking episodes 7, 8, and 9 here on the Priory of the Phoenix of the Bad Batch. Let's just start with this. Overall impressions of these last 3 episodes.
Really
Emotional.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, well, let's start with the historian. Go ahead, Cy.
The first 2 I really loved. The second one I was just, like Eric said, very emotional. The third one, I wasn't as excited with it, but I still liked it because it was really good character development with Omega and some of the other crew. I did enjoy it. It was a little bit of a filler episode, but it helped to help the audience come together with, the departure of Echo, which I liked.
Okay. Dakar. Say it, brother.
I disagree with the third episode being filler. I think it was really actually more telling of Tech and Echo's, and with Echo leaving, Tech now has kind of taken that role over with Omega, seeing their relationship build. I don't really think it was a filler episode, but yes, second episode was definitely that emotional episode that you get with a child losing their best friend. So it was just there. And the fact that we lost the Marauder.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
That, I mean, come on, man. That, you can't, I cannot say that was a filler episode when you lose your ship. Hey, Jamal.
Yeah, my son is up there.
Excellent. It's always good to see him.
Yeah, I was shocked that they lost their ship. Because that's kind of that's kind of like the Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon thing, and I can't believe that he lost the Millennium Falcon for years. That just didn't, as much love as he had for that ship. You know what I mean? I found that really kind of sketchy to begin with, but losing the Marauder, I was like, oh man. And I felt just like Omega did. We got to get it back. It's just a ship. It's not. It's our home. I thought that was really interesting all the way around with that. But the conspiracy, which is, of course, one of the titles or something, the clone conspiracy, episode 7. How did you guys feel about that?
Kind of
that
shocked.
One was different because we know this whole time clones have been marked. They've had their very specific mark all the way through, so each clone would know what clone was. To have a clone that is no longer marked as an assassin, that was a complete twist. Because I'll be honest, I thought it was Crosshair. Because they had it in the shadows. You had the sniper. I thought it was Crosshair. And when it turned out not to be Crosshair, that was different.
Yeah, when he started missing, I was like, wait a minute, maybe this isn't Crosshair. That's when I started to doubt, because I was like,
Exactly.
Okay, maybe this isn't. And I just saw something where they were in the beginning of the Bad Batch season 1. Tarkin, he was having Crosshair's chip amplified for his loyalty. So if they could do that with another clone or an unnamed clone, then they could really do it. Especially since that type of thing wouldn't work as well on Crosshair because he is mutated. So, but a regular clone, that kind of process would really push them to become believers.
Yeah, I was I was really taken back by it because, here at the Cosmic Portal, we support the Wounded Warriors fund, that charity. And for them to start talking about the clones like, like veterans are being kind of treated today was really, you know what I mean? It kind of really drove some stuff home, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh man, that's pretty rank. That way they did that. And they brought in the I'm seeing that we're getting like an influx of all like Australian actors or New Zealand actors.
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
Yes.
The little blue lady. It's crazy, you know what I mean? But I love the fact that she was going to fight for the clones, and I love seeing Rex. You know what I mean?
Oh, who doesn't?
You know what I mean? When Rex showed up, and then of course, you get the second episode where everything comes together, right? And
yeah,
we see Palpatine.
Oh, that was good.
Go ahead, Dakar. Say it.
I love the fact that they brought him in as the voice actor and let him do it. That I heard the voice and I went, because I saw it coming and I'm like, please just be close to that voice. And then knowing that voice and went, oh my God, they did. They brought him in. They brought him in to do the voice. I am extremely excited with that fact. But again, did we play right into Palpatine's hands?
Yeah, I honestly think he's always got it situated to where no matter the outcome, he's gonna play it out in his favor, just like he did with the Separatists. If they had won, he would still be in power. If the Jedi won, then he'd still be in power. No matter what happens, he's positioned himself to where no matter what outcome,
exactly,
he's gonna be on top. And I gotta say, his entrance coming up from below the Senate reminded them how close he is, and that he can appear at any time like that. And it's like, oh wow, did he just come out of hell? Like, it's sort of like, I'm always here watching. It's like, wow, that was
that is nothing more than the devil rising.
Yeah. Yep.
And it just, that scene was perfect. I mean, it was just perfect.
Yeah.
I would love to see some Bad Batch live action. I really would. But I said it last season, I really didn't care for the animation. I found it very hard for me to watch. I listened to more of the episodes than watched. I can't say that this season. I think they went back to a more traditional drawing. And it's really caught me this season versus what I had last season.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm definitely feeling it. Go ahead, Si.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was watching with my dad, and that's one of the first things he said is like, they've really improved the graphics this time around. Everything looks sharper, better. The lighting, the shading, and one of the things I noticed on the crossing is when they were walking up to that mine, you could see how different parts of the soil were scraped up, like big heat, heavy equipment was dragged along the floor, in the detail, and I was like, wow, they really added that detail in there. Before you would just see some different lines, but now you can actually see like the individual clumps of dirt and the actual, some actual grittiness in the ground. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, they had I've been enjoying it. I have to say, I had the honor of going back and watching the Book of Boba Fett, and I just I like it. I liked it even more this time around because of the fan service. We got Cad Bane. We had our Marshall come back in there. And of course, you guys know we're always listening to the internet, and we're always looking up stuff. And so, we kind of knew some stories behind why the Power Rangers were in there.
Yeah.
And, but I still think that we're going to see a real badass Boba Fett in The Mandalorian. I say this because Mando and Boba have a respect for each other.
Especially now.
The one they really don't kind of have a respect for right now is Bo-Katan. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're Boba is kind of like, look, I'll smack the taste out of each, I don't care. And Mando is just like, because remember at that last minute, the last time they met, she went ahead and said, this is the way. She changed the deal on him. And then gave him the information. And he's, as if it was me, that still wouldn't sit pretty with me. You know what I mean? We kind of, you're shady. You know what I mean? So I'm really interested in seeing that little twist, but I want to see Boba come back just as bad. But again, by this time, where is Omega in this timeline? I would like to see what happens to Omega. Is she alone? Yeah. Are they with her? Are they gone? I want to know. I know I'm getting ahead of myself because
no, actually you're not, because this falls in line with the second episode of the accelerated growth of the clones. So by this time, Bad Batch should actually no clones, with the exception of Omega and Boba Fett, should be alive. Because you had the accelerated growth in order for the clones to be adult when they were still only a year to 3 years old. So you had the accelerated growth rate. Now they're going to be gone. So Omega's going to be on her own, or as we discussed last year when we were talking about the Book of Fett, could Omega be part of the Sun? Could she be part of the Sun Syndicate? Could she be
the Black Sun?
Leading the Syndicate?
Well, no. Well, yeah, she could take the Black Sun Syndicate because the Crimson Dawn is Kira, and she's got a book coming out explaining everything. But Black Sun
could be Omega,
because what's the Simon? What's the God, I forgot the name of the Grace. The lizard lady.
Oh, Sid.
Mm-hmm.
Sid got some dealings with some underworld stuff.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Sid, yeah.
There's no doubt.
What?
There's no doubt.
I'm still a little confused about the hierarchy between Crimson Dawn and Black Sun, because in Legends, Black Sun, that was the ultimate background mafia. Everyone, Jabba, the Hutts, they all reported to Black Sun. there was no one that was more powerful and influential. Prince Caesar was actually considered one of the emperor's like little pet project proteges.
Yeah.
And he used Caesar to pit against Vader because Caesar was more backhanded, just going behind the scenes to sabotage, not a direct conflict, but to get Vader ready to test him to see if he was smart enough to outdo him.
I Shadows of the Empire, I had that on audio and I listened to it every now and then, and I love it because Caesar he hated Vader.
Yeah.
He hated Vader.
He killed his planet or his city. Yeah.
So, I thought that was really neat, but I really like the way the episode kind of went, these last 3 episodes. And then of course we got the end episode where, Tech hurt Omega's feelings.
Yeah.
And I was just stating the obvious, you know what I mean? And I was kind of like, yeah. And I kind of felt like Omega though, you just lost Echo and now you lost the Marauder. And she's like, that's my home. We lost our home. And it kind of hit a memory with me and my son when I was telling him, I'm like, look, we might want to move, but this is our home. This is where we've been all my life. And I'm like, it's just a home, man. It's just a house. We can get another one. And, he was really upset about it when I said it like that. And now I see it. When I saw that, I saw it and it clicked. So just crazy how good these last couple of episodes have been.
Yeah.
And of course, now March 1st is approaching quickly. And we have, of course, the Mandalorian come back. I reached out to the Mandalorian historian to see if he'll join us. If not, we do what we do, guys. Not a whole lot to say today, guys. For those of you who are watching us, so we'll probably just end it on here unless anyone else got anything to say about the episodes.
Yeah. Just one more thing.
Go ahead.
On the Crossing episode, as I was watching it, and I saw the ship being stolen. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is just another way for them to bring in a new ship product, for a new toy, just like what you said with them destroying Din Djarin's ship." I was like, "Oh," but then I thought about it, I was like, "No, they didn't destroy it." And I was like, "Is this one of the poachers? Why would the poachers steal a ship?" And then at the end of the episode, I got really suspicious. Sid, she wasn't really willing to help him. She didn't want to help him at first. And they're like, "Come on, you owe us." And then something hit me. She goes, "Oh, well, you know what? I'll see what I can do in a few days." And she hangs up. I'm like, wait a minute. Is it possible she set this up for their ship to be stolen? Did she need the ship for something? Or was she trying to get them out of the way for a little bit, either to protect them from something and took their ship so they couldn't leave, so they were stranded because she knew there was no one on that planet to help them? I was like, I wonder if she did that on purpose for a good reason or a bad reason. But it had to be good, because if she wanted to betray him, the Empire would be all over him. But I think she kept them there on purpose. Something else is happening behind the works, because like you said, she is really well connected. So she might smelling something coming their way.
Go ahead, Dakar. I see it.
I'm right there with him, except for Sid would not contact the Empire. She's too damn dirty to begin with. So that would do nothing but put a target on her. Whether she's trying to help them by keeping them out of the limelight or whatever. Let's remember the pod race episode, to where the other one tried to warn the Bad Batch that we know Sid, watch your back. Now we have them stranded on planet that has nothing.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is, if she wanted to betray them, she would go straight to the Empire. I don't think she's doing this to betray them. I think she's doing this to keep them safe out of something. I think something might happen.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she would go to the Empire, even if she was trying to betray them. No, because that just paints a target on her.
Right.
Because she is criminal.
Right. I'm saying that would just be the obvious thing to write in. So I really do think that she's doing to protect him, and I think she did change. I think she was even more dirty-handed, and I have a feeling she might be dead by the new season. Like this was her making sure that they survived because that thief knew how to get on that ship, knew all the codes, and get past all the security. So it had to have been someone who knew because that person didn't look
Yeah.
like they were carrying any equipment, nothing to jack open the ship. And
You know
to
what?
kind of
I didn't even think about. When it happened, I was just like, oh wow. So it must be real easy to get aboard your ship, and it didn't even dawn on me.
Yeah.
That no, it's not. You have to have codes, or you have to be able to. What do they call that?
Super slicer.
Slice.
Yeah.
You have to be a good slicer.
Yep.
To get in, break in, get the codes, and then reprogram it to launch.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh man. Okay. So you guys gave me something new to think about.
I always try to.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and I didn't even think about that. I think I'm with you guys. I think Sid did that to keep them away because maybe the Empire was snooping around or the area was getting too hot.
Or did Echo do it?
Oh, yeah.
Did Echo have Sid do it?
Yeah.
Echo would try to warn them. Echo would try to warn them. Yeah. He would want them to, take on anyone because he's part of them. Sid would feel much more, wouldn't be so sure. So she would want to, she wouldn't want to have them go after someone, especially if it was the Empire or another big bad, because she knows, because she's fearful. She knows all the bad people out there. So if she thinks that something is bigger and badder than what the Bad Batch can handle, she's not going to do it. But Echo, he's like, I'm one of the boys. I know they can handle anything.
Yeah. Oh man, that's just awesome though. I mean, I hadn't even thought about that. And like I said, that's one of the reasons why I love talking with you about this stuff. And because me and Dakar, when we get it, we're just like, okay, it was all right. No real major points that we can really see or whatever. And then you bring up something that totally sneaks around us, and I'm like, damn, okay, all right, okay. That was pretty good. I have to agree. With that, guys. So we will be back in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing us to March 4th,
which brings us to
Mandalorian Bad Batch.
We gonna have a Mando Batch.
Oh look, and I can guarantee you that show is gonna be about an hour.
There ain't no way it ain't.
You know what I mean? I can guarantee that. The things that come along. And again, I want to thank Miss Gray for my lightsaber holder.
I saw that. That is awesome.
Man, I love this, bro. This kills me. So thank Miss Gray, and I want to thank Katala because there was something added to it that I didn't get to show off. Let's see if I can bring that in there. You see that?
Oh, nice.
She put a little Klingon logo up there. That's so I don't forget my Trek roots as I'm here in the in the Star Wars realm. And
you Trekkie, you.
Look, I saw Picard. I saw season 3 of Picard, and Waya, you'll love it. Go there, watch it. It doesn't connect to any of that other stuff that was before it. It's like the show just started.
See, now I'm gonna go in. I've got to watch it just because we have a new Worf. I know we're not bad batching it right now, guys. Sorry, but this is actually important because this is who we are.
Yeah.
We got Worf back, looking badder than ever. And we got one of my all-time favorite of LeVar Burton.
Oh,
Jordy. I love Jordy as a character, but I love LeVar Burton across the board.
Well, there's going to be something in there that you're even going to love even more.
I saw a picture today that made me choke up hard.
Yeah.
Because I knew who it was, and I knew who was standing there next to him.
Yeah.
And the fact that he said he choked looking at that just made it so much more poignant. You know, to me, LeVar Burton is one of my all-time favorite actors.
Yeah.
Because of what he stood for.
Yeah.
His whole life.
Yeah. It's good. That's all I can tell you. I need you guys to go watch it. It was good. And you know me, I will tell you the first 2 seasons of Picard is garbage. Wouldn't waste your time with it.
Yep.
Season 3, though, it takes you home. It takes you home. Music, the interaction with the characters, great. It is a Trekker's greatest hope for Star Trek. Let me put it that way. But next time we meet, March 4th, Mandalorian Bad Batch, the Covert will be back. And I can't tell you how excited I am for that. So, guys, who wants to do the closing? Who wants to take us out?
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you joining. The 3 of us tonight were missing our brother-in-arms, Jedi Joe, because he has some family affair tonight. Because tomorrow, everybody needs to find that man and give him a massive swat on the booty because it is his birthday. And he probably needs it. That's beside the point. Joe, we miss you, buddy. Thank you. I hope you're having a good night tonight out with fam, and I hope you have a great birthday tomorrow. But we appreciate everybody that's been with us tonight. Jamal, thank you, little brother, for sitting here and commenting all night. I know your dad's proud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know your dad's proud because I'm proud of you. So let's keep that going. Again, thank you, everybody, for joining us. And remember, that man up there, because I'm on the bottom, the man up here, not the guy over here that we call Gummy, this one over here will always tell you to trust in the Force. And this is the way.